evening. Has politics in India become the art of the frivolous? I'm asking you this question, ladies and gentlemen, based on the big political fight in Bangalore this evening. Shivaji Nagar, a locality in the city, is to get a metro station. Now, since the area hosts the famous St. Mary's Basilica, there was a request by the 4% Christian community to name it St. Mary's Metro Station. The Chief Minister promised he would do what he can, and since then, he has been berated by the BJP for his quote-unquote appeasement politics. All kinds of things have been said. Why can't you name the metro station after Shivaji, the great Maratha ruler? Does he represent India or does St. Mary? Then came another one. Name the metro station after a Kannadiga. Why not Shankar Nag, the man who gave us Malgudi days and had envisioned the metro in the city in the late 1980s?
ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ವಿಜಯವಾಡ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ವಿಜಯವಾಡ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿಯವರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಶಿಫಾರಸು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ.
It should be Shivaji Nagar only because it's a historic name. And Shivaji represents India. Why not Shivaji? Why doesn't Shivaji represent India? Why only the how is St. Mary representing India and not Shivaji Maharaj? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is the pride of every Indian.
पहिल्यांदा तर शिवाजी नगर स्टेशनचं नाव बदलून सेंट मेरी स्टेशन करणं याचा मी निषेध करतो. एक प्रकारे छत्रपती शिवरायांचा अपमान करण्याचं काम हे कर्नाटकची काँग्रेस सरकार करते. याचं मला दुःख आहे, पण मला याचं नवल वाटत नाही. कारण छत्रपती शिवरायांना अपमानित करण्याची परंपरा ही काँग्रेसमध्ये जवाहरलाल नेहरू पंतप्रधान असतानापासून आहे. नव्हे तर त्यापूर्वीही स्वातंत्र्यपूर्व काळात डिस्कवरी ऑफ इंडिया हे जे पुस्तक पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरूंनी लिहिलं होतं, त्यामध्ये त्यांनी छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांच्या बद्दल ज्या प्रकारचं मत व्यक्त केलं होतं हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे. आणि तीच परंपरा महाराजांना अपमानित करण्याची ही सातत्याने आपल्याला काँग्रेसच्या सरकारमध्ये दिसते आहे. आम्ही याचा निषेध करतो आणि मी तर ईश्वराला प्रार्थना करतो की ईश्वराने काँग्रेसच्या मुख्यमंत्र्यांना सुबुद्धी द्यावी.
Just by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Shivaji Nagar in Bangalore has a pretty secular vibe to it. 38% residents there are Muslims and 4% are Christians. One of its landmarks is the St. Mary's Basilica, and of course, it is named after the great Hindutva icon, Shivaji Maharaj. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as Karnataka's politicians fought over a metro station that is still under construction, guess what citizens of the state were dealing with? Death by potholes. In Bengaluru, a 44-year-old lab technician was on the national highway on her scooter when it skid over a pothole. A speeding lorry that didn't see her lying in a pool of blood ran over her, killing her instantly. Did we hear a squeak from our netas about Madhavi? Did we hear a word about the magical potholes that keep increasing in Bangalore despite crores being spent to fix them? No, we didn't. So is the St. Mary versus Shivaji fight a non-issue manufactured to suit a divisive agenda? Or is it really an issue of identity hurt that Bangaloreans are losing sleep over? Let me open this up to my guests who are joining me this evening. Thank you all very much. Mr. Shivana, spokesperson from the Congress Party, namaskar to you. Good to have you on the show. Ashok Gowda, spokesperson of the BJP, thank you very much for your time. Rahul Ishwar, I'm told, will be joining us in just a bit. We'll wait for him. And Ian Faria is a citizen voice. He's also a leadership coach. He lives in Bangalore. He's joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Gowda, How is naming a metro station that is still under construction an issue for the BJP? Please help me understand. What is the problem? For example, if the Shivaji Nagar metro station is called St. Mary metro station, what is the problem?
See, let me tell you, there is two confusions which will happen. First confusion will be there is a bus stop already called as Shivaji Nagar bus stop. And this metro station on the pink line is going to be situated in the same place. If there is a St. Mary metro station and Shivaji Nagar bus stop, people will get confused. That is point number one. That is like, general thing. Now let me come to the actual point. See, when it was BMP, Bengaluru Maharashtra, it was BBMP and now it is GBA. What was the rule passed in BMP then? First, the name shall be given as the village which exists, which is a traditional name. That is a name which will be given. For example, if my village name is Bommanahalli and the metro station comes there, by rule, according to BMP, the name should be given as Bommanahalli. If there is a one more metro station in the Pothole only, the choice can be made by the government or the corporation.
Okay.
That is the rule which was passed. Why do I know this? Because my father himself was working in BBMP and he was part of this process, and I know this for sure, and this is on record. Now, that is point number two. Point number three is, you have named other metro stations with different names. For example, the people who have given CSR. For example, Infosys has given CSR. So Electronic City, second station is being named as Electronic City Infosys.
Correct.
FOD, Biocon and Bommasandra Dell. So this is the Delta. So they have named like this. We do not have a problem. If you want to raise funds and name the stations in the people who have sponsored you, please name them. Continue to name them. Wherein, just because you want to appease something and create a confusion and violate the law of GBA, and that was BMP and then BBMP, GBA, how can you do this? See, you can name we do not have a problem of naming any metro station in the name of St. Mary or anything else. For example, the same pink line passes through Ijipura. When it is passing through Ijipura, that actually it does not pass through, just before that it passes through. So there is one infant Jesus church. Lot of people go. Lot of Hindus also go, even Muslims also. I don't know about Muslims. There is a statue there. Lot of Hindus also go. If at all you name there is a Anyapalya village. And if there is an Anyapalya village, it does not come under Anyapalya. If there is something else, to name them.
Okay.
You will welcome it.
Okay.
Point is very simple. Don't create confusion, do not violate the law, and do not appease people in the name of religion.
Okay. So you've made your points very clear. I will let Shivanna respond to that. You are saying, okay, there is some degree of appeasement that the Congress government is trying to do vis-a-vis the Christian community in Shivaji Nagar. But your bigger issue, your more important issue you're saying is, if you call it St. Mary's metro station, it will merely create confusion. After all, it is in Shivaji Nagar and therefore it should be called Shivaji Nagar so that people know that this is Shivaji Nagar metro station. Mr. Shivanna, go ahead please, respond to what the BJP is saying.
See, firstly, I want to understand, when will we grow above these communal politics? As a youngster, it pains me to see that when there are real issues such as unemployment, inflation, education, we are wasting precious times on BJP's tired agenda of division. You call it Basilica, you call it Shivaji, but please don't call it BJP's playground for hatred. Shivaji and Mr. Ashok Gowda's arguments fall flat for the simple reason. On what basis do we name them? On the basis of the landmarks. We have Mantri Mall metro station, we have Mysore Sandal metro station, we have Trinity Circle metro station. Here you don't have a problem. And whenever it comes to Shivaji, whenever it comes to Basilica, with an attempt to create political divide, with an attempt to create wedges between communities, please don't rise above this communal playbook is my respectful submission. See, Shivaji Nagar, as you rightly pointed out, is a proud constituency named after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Statistically speaking and historically speaking, the constituency is home to all communities, all diversities, majorly Muslims and Christians, may it be Dasara, may it be Diwali, may it be Christmas. All festivals are celebrated with grandeur. The area is a living testament of unity in diversity.
Okay.
Right? And why should it be a problem? Now, Saint Basilica Church is there. It is a landmark of that area. There is a proposal. The government has said we will consider the proposal in accordance with law. The proposal has been sent or not yet sent, I'm not aware. What is the problem? Why create such a communal disharmony among citizens and discuss...
Mr. Gowda, respond to that. Essentially, the charge is that the BJP gets up every morning, thinks of some communal/divisive agenda, and then starts giving one soundbite after another on it. The fact is, this metro station has not even been built. Then your leaders are coming out and saying, you heard them only. You are making a very sensible, logical point. But look at what your party men are saying. Your party men themselves are saying, who represents India? Does Saint Mary represent India or does Shivaji represent India? Now, if they talk like that, obviously one will have to say that they are, getting up every morning and looking to push some divisive agenda or the other.
Sister, very simple. See, point is very, very simple. Congress party is the one which actually promoting all these things instead of improving the education, skill development and the jobs for the minorities.
So you should talk about that.
Statistic.
Mr. Gowda, so you should have spoken about that. You should have in fact gotten up this morning and spoken about the 44-year-old lab technician in Bengaluru who was crushed to death after her scooter skid on a pothole. We have not heard a word from our politicians on that. This is what citizens are for, no sir. We pay our taxes. We hope that the roads don't have potholes. Yet when we go on those potholed roads, we skid and are crushed to death. That is what we pay our taxes for. These are issues that concern us. Yet we never hear you talk about it.
See, we are speaking about lot of things. What is being picked up by some people or the Congress, what they hear is only about these issues. I am speaking about 1951 Muslim literacy is 18.33%, 1971 21.97%, 1991 39.29%, 2011 49.5% because Vajpayee ruled for 6 years, and 2025 79.3% because Modi has ruled for 11.5 years. And this is the agenda what we have. Not the Congress agenda. Just make Banu Musta to inaugurate the Dasara and create an issue. Just create Dharmasthala as an issue and create an issue. And leave all the criminals like PFI criminals and all the stone pelters and take away their cases and make it as an issue. And name something which actually does not suit to it, make it as an issue. This is what the Congress agenda is. They want to divert the people's attention from the potholes, from the infrastructure development, from anything which is called investment-oriented development. The rise of Karnataka's debt has been raised by Siddaramaiah by 3,15,000 crores in this past 28 months. Collected taxes is 56,000 crores. What has Siddaramaiah given to Bangaloreans? What has Siddaramaiah given to Kannadigas? We can question all these things, but Siddaramaiah is keeping all of us busy because of this petty caste politics and religion politics. That is the question what we want to raise. Satavi Shivana probably as...
So you are saying that is the BJP is not the one fishing for these communal agendas. It is Siddaramaiah because he has little to show as far as performance goes. Mr. Shivana, very quickly, then I'll get to my other guests, please.
No, I find it amusing. How is it us creating the issue? We nominate a Booker Prize awardee to inaugurate the Dasara festivities. There is a property. There is a church which is being looked at as a landmark to name a metro station. There is a problem. Then he must have a problem with Qutub Minar metro station. He must have a problem with Akshardham metro station. You oppose us, sir. Oppose us on real issues of education. Oppose us on real issues of unemployment. The country's debt has tripled during the Modi era. Let's discuss on real issues. But every day, every nomination, every single thing is being given a communal angle. How will people survive? And as a youngster, I'm telling you, you are doing a disservice to this nation. You are doing a disservice to the youngsters of this nation.
Rahul Ishwar,
discussing on real issues.
Can metro stations, sir, Mr. Gowda, just a minute. Rahul Ishwar, can metro stations or any public infrastructure in this country now not have non-Hindu names?
Two submissions. First of all, I am a Hindu right-wing activist and I will be brutally honest regarding these things. Let us be very honest in understanding that every party says regarding development, but social engineering or community caste engineering is at the core of both BJP and Congress or Samajwadi Party or any other party. Let us be honest about these things. See, that's the blunt reality of India. Third, yes, we should definitely have a diversity of names and we should be able to celebrate it. And especially being from Kerala, I have a stake in it. Even though I'm a Hindu right-wing activist, the oldest Christian community in the world is from Kerala. Back in AD 52, we had Saint Thomas coming to Kerala and we have one of the earliest Christian communities in the world. But I would urge Congress to take into confidence everyone. Let us never, it is their responsibility since they are in power, not to make it a Shivaji versus St. Mary, because we have a great space for Shivaji. It is even there in Constitution. Shivaji is there, Tipu Sultan is there, Rani Lakshmi Bai is there. It definitely St. Mary, Jesus Christ has a great place in Indian cultural ethos. Mahatma Gandhi was an avid follower of Jesus Christ and his method. So let us be inclusive and place it and take people into confidence. When there is a community issue or when there are communal issues in courts, arrange for debate, they should take initiative to do social engineering, balance, harmonize, rather than saying it is all about, price rise. That's a left-wing politics. World over, there is a right-wing and left-wing politics. Left focuses on economic issues. Right.
So, but what is your take on the current fight in Bangalore?
The government, it is the responsibility of the government to take into confidence everyone. And if there is some proposal, it is important that everybody is taken along. And I would urge everyone, including our right-wing brothers, to remember our Christian community is just 1.8 or 3%, up to 3% of Karnataka. They should also be given proper representation. They should also be included. And Saint Mary is the Holy Mother Mary, which is very well respected worldwide. But government should make confidence and take everyone into confidence, including BJP, including many of my right-wing community brothers, to convince them so that there is no animosity and hostility.
There is no animosity. No, I don't think there is any animosity or hostility in Shivaji Nagar. There is only animosity and hostility when it comes to the political parties, that rule Karnataka. Can I just come to Ian Faria? Ian Faria is a citizen of Bangalore. How do you view the current political fight that has erupted? First it was Banu Mushtaq, now we have this. Mudde ki baat nahi hoti.
Yeah, so Shreya, thank you very much for the opportunity. I think this is a brilliant debate. And it's also very typical of what's happening in the country today. And I love what Rahul Ishwar just said, this is about social engineering. So when we are talking about getting the country together, are we looking at dividing it? And I think Mr. Gowda actually said that, he doesn't want to divide and Congress is doing it. So I think the BJP should also understand this is a good chance to negotiate. Ask them to fix the potholes, and he said, we don't have a problem what you name the station, but at least do the work for the people. I think the people of Bangalore are fed up. Seriously, we have got the roads that are in such a deplorable condition that it goes beyond your imagination. I think let's focus on the right things. Let's focus on education. I think Shivana said that so beautifully. We are, instead of focusing on education and doing things, healthcare, other things, why not focus on that? In this area also, Shreya, I want to mention something locally. St. Mary's Basilica is one of the biggest landmarks in that area. Now, we are not dissing Shivaji, Maharaj about this. I think he's a great guy and he's done all his good work, and we respect him and we actually look up to him in a lot of ways. The warrior nature of him and all that. But I think this is bigger than all of that. St. Mary's, I think this area, and Mr. Gowda was saying Shivaji Nagar bus stand is there, so we should name it Shivaji Nagar Metro also. Why not change Shivaji Nagar bus stand also? Make it St. Mary's bus stand. What's the problem? So I don't see any problem with that. I really think we need to start to include people, and I think Rahul Ishwar has already given us a good hint of what we should do. I think we need to open our minds up and be a little big-hearted, please. I'm going to ask Mr. Gowda, Mr. Gowda, stop the politics. Let's start to get together. Let's start to build an issue.
I would have understood the BJP's line of argument if the Shivaji metro station had been built and already named Shivaji metro station, and then the Chief Minister goes to the Basilica Fest and announces that it will be renamed into St. Mary's metro station. There is no renaming involved here. That metro station has not even been built. That metro station has not even been named. What is proposed is naming it after the area's biggest landmark. But you are seeing it with a communal lens. My point is, you're seeing it with a communal lens via a ruler, Shivaji Maharaj, who was known to be very secular. There is a story I've heard about him. The story is that there were standing instructions to all his soldiers who were going into war, especially against Muslim adversaries. You know what that standing instruction was? That standing instruction was, if you find a Quran on the road, pick it up, keep it with you, guard it with your life, keep it safely, and hand it over to a Muslim when you see it. Now that's the kind of ethos that Shivaji Maharaj himself carried. Why can't you display that ethos and say, all right, let us name it St. Mary's Metro Station, no problem.
See, let me get to you. See, first thing is, I explained three parts to it. First part is, see, in one argument, what you are trying to say is, our leadership coach is trying to say that let us rename the bus stop itself. See, the people have already identified it as a Shivaji Nagar bus stop, and Shivaji Nagar happens to be a very important locality of Bengaluru. And that being the case, I cannot rename Shivaji Nagar bus stop itself. That will be a very chaotic thing, and it will lead to a lot of other confusions. And the second part, what I said, on the BMP rule which was made, and then the BBMP and now GBA, very simple. If they want to name a Christian name, we do not have an objection. For example, St. Patrick's Church is there. Where is that church? That church is going to happen just before the Vellara Junction. They want to name the metro station of Vellara Junction, which actually Vellara does not have any relevance. It's just a hotel of one family, and who have come from a very long, and they want to name. And it was called as some other odd name. I do not want to get to that name now, because it was basically a brothel name. That's a different issue. Now, you want to name that junction as a St. Patrick's Church or St. Basilica, we do not have a problem. But Shivaji Nagar itself has a lot of relevance and a lot of importance given to it. See, when they named MG Road and Trinity Circle, did we question? We never questioned. We never questioned. Actually,
but these days you're questioning everything. Last time when there was a Muslim who was invited as a chief guest to the Dasara festival, you didn't question, the BJP didn't question. It's MPs who are now questioning Banu Mushtaq actually went for the Dasara ceremonies and the festivities in Mysuru. Now, suddenly you have realized that Banu Mushtaq is a Muslim. Forget the fact that she's a Booker Prize winner. Usko kyun mulaya? This is a Hindu festival. This is a state festival. You created an issue over that also, sir.
No, Shreya, you are asking a right question. See, please know this. When poet Nazirji was called on, we all welcomed it because he compared our land to Matru, Tai. That is what he called it as. But whereas Banu Mushtaq does not believe in anything called land itself being a Tai or a Mata. So that is the question what we are trying to raise. See, first thing is, we do not have a problem any minority person, any Muslim or a Christian being called for a inauguration of a Chamundi festival. We do not have a problem. As well as we do not have a problem with the Banu Mushtaq herself. But her quotes, what she did in 2023, that is what we have a problem. And why did Siddaramaiah did not invite Deepa Basti, who actually got the Booker Prize with Banu Mushtaq? That is the point. So Siddaramaiah wants to create communal tension in Karnataka, not we. So we are questioning the right things. We are asking the justice for the right things. So when you do the right things, we do not have a problem. If you name Vellara Junction as something else, or you name it as Christian name, we do not have a problem.
The BJP is accusing the Congress of creating communal tensions in the state of Karnataka. Sivanna, query quickly, 20 seconds, respond.
I really don't understand. The constituency continues to respect Shivaji Maharaj. The constituency itself is called Shivaji Nagar. There is no change. And as you rightly pointed out, Shivaji Maharaj stood for harmony, Basilica stood for heritage, and together, this is the ethos of Bangalore, right? And we are taking everyone into confidence, sir. There is a proposal. It is being considered by the state in accordance with law. Tomorrow, if there is an objection, that also will be considered. If there is another proposal to name it Shankarnag, we will consider it. And subsequently, it will go to the center. There you take a decision, sir, whether you want to reject it, you want to rename it, whatever you want to do. Let's not play politics over this. No, please. This is when the people of Shivaji Nagar can coexist, can celebrate festivals together. It is shameful that politicians like us are today fighting on national television over naming.
And Mr. Gowda, have you forgotten the pictures that come to us every 25th of December? The Prime Minister visiting a church in Delhi, meeting with the Christian community and all the bishops?
Yeah.
You will have a problem with that also then?
No,
Do you have a problem with St. Mary's?
No, sir. Please, let's not misunderstand. We, our Bharatiya Janata Party, whether it is our Prime Minister, even a small Karyakarta like me, all believe in Indian ecosystem. That is coexistence. Whether it is any caste, religion, breed, anything, we all have to live together. That is the ecosystem what we believe. But we do not believe in appeasement of one community unnecessarily. Apparently, our
No, then what is even the Prime Minister is then appeasing the Christian community when he goes to the church on 25th of December and meets all the bishops?
If he goes to Ramadan Eid and wears a cap, we do not have a problem. But we have a problem when he says, when a kumkum is put on his head, he wipes it and says, I do not believe in this. And this is communal. That is what is the problem. If he puts a kumkum and says, no problem. With a cap, we do not have a problem. If it goes to the church and prays, we do not have a problem. But you should believe in everything equally. That is the point.
Mr. Faria.
You cannot say that this is communal, this is secular.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to just respond generally to this whole thing. I think we have an opportunity here. If Mr. Gowda, Mr. Shivana and Rahul Ishwar has already been kind enough to agree to that. If you look at this as a social engineering issue, why don't we all get together? Why don't we stop throwing stones at each other? Why don't we all say, let's do it properly, collectively? I like what Shivana just suggested. We are going to propose, let everyone come and give their view. Let's have a debate on that if we have to locally. But let's start to understand and respect each other, Mr. Gowda. Please stop this divisive politics, please.
Okay.
I think let's start to connect all of us. It doesn't matter what religion, doesn't matter what your philosophy in life is. Let's connect us so that the city gets better.
Okay. Rahul.
Just one thing. Perhaps the best of the Christmas Eve celebrations in India happens in Swami Vivekananda's Belur Math. Every year, Hindu saints very religiously and spiritually offer arati to Jesus Christ and Mother Mary. And this has been happening for nearly more than 100 years. This is the heritage and history of India.
Please send an invite this year then to Mr. Gowda. You must. And maybe Sivanna as well, so that both of them can talk there.
I do visit infant church.
And know that secularism isn't appeasing a minority or a majority. Secularism is respecting all religions. Not about neutrality, but it's just about respecting all religions. We leave it there for the moment. Our viewers have heard this debate. Thankfully, the debate has been very civilized. So I'm going to thank all my guests for that. Mr. Gowda, Sivanna, thank you very much. Mr. Faria and of course Rahul Ishwar, thank you very much for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the gentleman there. Please form your own views. We'll leave it there. For the moment, a break. There's more on the other side.